I felt like I needed to make a video about something that's been a constant theme lately, for sure. Just constantly lately. And it's something I never really took seriously um, as being anything, as doing anything. Um, you know what I mean? And that is being grateful, being thankful all the time, no matter how bad your circumstances are, no matter what your circumstances in life are, no, even if they're terrible, just be grateful anyways. Like, just find the good things about it all. Be thankful for anything, and that's what I've been trying to do lately. I have um, is the gratitude thing. Just thank you, God, that I'm still breathing. I'm still here. Thank you. Maybe that's a blessing that I'm still breathing and here for me and for you. I don't know. But I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you for have that let me have a pretty good day yesterday or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a practice I've never really done throughout my life. Never, never. I'm like grateful for what? Grateful for what? A shitty life, shitty existence. Being honest about it. Just like grateful for what? My situation sucks. Why am I grateful? So much of my life, like, this situation sucks, but I don't know how to get out of it. A lot of my life was like that. A big portion. I'm like, this situation sucks, but I don't really know how to get out of this situation. I don't know. And I admit that. So it's been hard for me to be grateful. I'm like, this whole situation sucks. I'm like, this religion sucks. My family sucks. Everything sucks. Seems like even God sucks. I'm like, everything sucks. I'm like, so it's for most of my life, it's been hard to be grateful. It has been. You know what I mean? I guess I should have been grateful. I had things to get me through. You know, I should have been grateful. I had friends growing up. I had that kind of thing, and I had other things that got me through. Music, was a big one. Uh, Dragon Ball Z got me through. Still does. You guys are like, stop with the Dragon Ball Z, please. No, it makes more sense to me than any religion so far. So far, it makes more sense still. Um, Although Jesus shining like light makes sense to me. I'm like, that's Dragon Ball Z right there. Those verses in Matthew where Jesus shows himself as light, you know what I mean? That is Dragon Ball Z. That's a Super Saiyan right there. It is. In real time, that's a Super Saiyan. Jesus was showing himself as a Super Saiyan, showing himself as light. That's Dragon Ball Z right there. In the Bible, Jesus was Dragon Ball Z right there. Transfiguration. God wanted me to know that Jesus was Dragon Ball Z all the way. He was really Kakarot for real. In real time, he was a being of light, as I assumed. Because God separated the light from the darkness, and when Jesus was on the earth, he was part of the light that God saw as good. I hit the nail on the head just now. He was. He was part of the light that was good. Jesus was. He was. And he may have been flawless. I admit it. He may have been flawless, all right? He may have been. Not just words that people say, because everybody else says it. Jesus was perfect. Jesus was perfect, blah, blah, blah. No one's perfect except Jesus. You've heard that your whole life. I know I have. I'm like, I'm sick of that talk. He ain't perfect. He ain't perfect. I said that for most of my life. Like, he ain't perfect. He tripped on a crack once. He tripped on a crack once. That killed his imperfection. He tripped on a crack in the ground. You step on a crack, you're not perfect, in my opinion. But in God's view, that is perfect. You know what I mean? That's what I realized. God's definition of perfect is different than man's definition of perfect. 100%. So in God's perception of perfect, Jesus was perfect in his perception, not man's perception. Hit it on the head. So what man probably thought was flawed, like Jesus healing on the Sabbath, man thought that was flawed. Jesus breaking the rules, basically. God still saw that as perfect because Jesus was doing the right thing. Jesus was doing the right thing by healing somebody, breaking the rules. He was doing the right thing under God. He was. That's why he was perfect. He knew the right thing to do for always in God's sight because he is God. He knew what to do. That's why he was perfect. It's a totally different definition of what men think is perfect. You've seen those people that pretend they're perfect, the performers out there. They portray themselves as perfect all the time. I've been around them most of my life. You have as well. That ain't perfect. So God's view of perfect is totally different. And that's what I've been learning. Of what man thinks should be perfect. God's view is different. So if Jesus tripped on a crack, that doesn't mean he's not perfect. It just means he tripped on a crack. That's all. God knows I've been trying to disprove the perfection of Jesus my whole life. My whole life. Everybody knows if there's one thing I've been trying to disprove is everything they say about Jesus. I've been trying to disprove that. Even with my own body and suffering, my own body, I've been trying to disprove Jesus with my own body. No joke. My own suffering, I've been trying to disprove Jesus most of my life. But so far, he's been able to match me, obviously, because I'm alive still. Jesus has matched every step of the way with me. Every step. Which is insane. It's insane. And like I said, yesterday it hit me differently than normal. Because I'm at a different point in my life, different part of this journey. And I'm like, I really told myself, I'm like, I really did not suffer more than Jesus. I really did not. I'm like, it still baffles me. God knows it does. It baffles me. Even at this point in my life, it baffles me of admitting, I'm like, I didn't suffer more than Jesus. I did not. God knows that's crazy to me because God knows and I know how much I've been through in life. And I'm like, to admit that Jesus has suffered more than me, even still, it's a shocking thing to say. Even now, I'm like, I really didn't suffer more than Jesus. I really didn't. I'm at a different point in my life where when I realize it, it hits me a little different. It does. I'm like, I really did not suffer more than Jesus. I didn't. And that's scary for me. It is. God knows that it's scary for me. It is. I'm like, all that effort to outsuffer Jesus. It didn't work. It didn't work. No joke. Enough about that suffering, Doug. But yeah. I'm not really sure what this video was about. Kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah. Jesus is a being of light. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Jesus is a being of light. And something that I was reading recently, probably no accident. I was talking to my friend who is a former Christian, who feels as well that they got a lot of things wrong. They messed it up. Christianity messed up a lot of things, but he still believes Jesus knew what he's talking about. Jesus himself knew what the hell he was talking about. That's where I am as well. Everybody else messed it all up. They messed it up. Even in Mormonism, they messed it up. When it comes to Jesus, they messed it up. That's what I'm trying to get correct, about everything. Yeah, I forgot what this video was about. I always lose my train of thought. My mind wanders to something else. I always want to say a lot of things. That's what I'll say. I always want to say a lot of things, but it's literally impossible to say everything I want to say to you guys. It's literally impossible to say everything I want to say. Everything I want to say, it's literally impossible. So I gotta do it one thing at a time. One day at a time. That's key for everyone. One day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. That's a message for me as well. Don't get too far ahead of myself. It's a marathon. Just keep the pace with the marathon. It's a marathon, But anyways, I was thinking about something JR, you said that it's true that the abusers lived and they still live as if they did nothing to you. No joke. And they got no penalty from the justice system of this earth. No slap on the wrist, not even a slap on the wrist they got. It appeared that they got away with everything. To me, it appeared that way. And so I lived like God doesn't even care. I don't care. I lived that way for a long time. But the fact that I'm still alive means God watched it all. And I gotta remember that. They didn't get away with everything like I thought they did. I thought they got away with everything most of my life. I thought that. Everything they did, said, you name it. Everything. I thought they got away with it. I did. And you reminded me, JR, they did not get away with it. They did not. They did not get away with it as I thought. As I thought. So, God may prove to be a good man in the end. No joke. God may prove to be a good man in the end. That's a crazy statement. When all's said and done, God may prove that he is a good man. More than a good man. A good man at minimum. A good man at minimum. God will prove it by the end of all. I know he will. By the end of all this. When I'm 50 years old, God will prove that he's a good man. Better than a good man, he'll prove it. He'll make up. Double for my trouble. He'll make up for it. Somehow, somewhere. He will. Somehow. So far, not really. He hasn't. But eventually he will. For God cannot lie. God cannot lie. I always have to remind myself of that. I'm like, this life sucks. I want to get off the planet. Oh, God cannot lie. Oh, keep going. No joke. That corrects me. It corrects me. I'm like, someone's more honest than me. And he told me things, what happened. He's more honest than me. I have to believe it. He's more honest than me. I got to keep going. God knows I've never come across someone that cannot lie in this life. Not even close. Not even for a second have I come across someone that cannot lie. Someone that's not walking around as a as a lie, like a pretend person, or talking lies. I've never come across a legit human that speaks truth all the time and never honest all the time. So valuable, it's not even funny. An honest person all the time. What they say, what they will do, they do. No exceptions. That's what God is. He says what he'll do it. No exceptions. That's solid as hell. That's solid as hell. You can't find that anywhere on this earth. You can't find that anywhere on this earth with man. I don't care what man. No joke. Someone more honest than me. No way. That's hard for me to comprehend. It is. God's more honest than me. I can't comprehend that. Like, no way. No one's more honest. No one is more honest than me. God knows that throws me off. No one in this universe is more honest. No one can be more honest than me. I'm not honest 24/7 all the time, but I'm honest a lot. And this is hard for me to comprehend. My honesty has got me into trouble many times on this earth. That's how honest I am. I'm like, if I tell the truth now, penalty will happen. Penalty will happen if I tell the truth. That's how honest I am. I tell the truth anyways. I take the penalty. Even in the cult, I told the truth and took the penalty. Even in the cult, in the religion I grew up, I told the truth. I was too honest for that operation. I was. Like, I'm too honest for God. I'm too honest for God. No joke. For his religion, I'm too honest, so I walked away. But God's trying to convince me that he can match me in any category. Any category he can match me. So far, that's been correct. But as I said before, I'm like, is God as funny as me? Can he match me in humor? I don't want to face that reality. I don't want to face the fact, the reality that God's funnier than me. I can't handle that. I can't handle that one. Like, no way. But as you guys know, God is funny. He is. No matter how much our life sucks, God is still funny. He'll still cheer us up. You know what I mean? He's still funny. He can make us laugh in the worst of circumstances. He's funny. Like, don't call me Shirley. That was funny as hell. That was funny as hell. That put a smile on my face. Like that kid in the Christian church that just walked up to the pastor with a big smile in front of everybody. Just interrupted the pastor. That's something I would do. I'm like, that's a mini me right there. Just interrupt the pre-scripted pastor. Just put a smile on my face. That's awesome right there. Glory to the front. That's what glory to the front means. Interrupt everything that's going on. Put a big smile on your face for the people. That is glory to the front. God knows it. That's what I used to do. That's what I still kind of do. I'm like, I don't care. God thinks he knows me. Let's see. Put a smile on my face. Let's see if he knows me. Let's see if he really knows me. Put a smile on my face. Interrupt all the Christian activities. See if God really knows me. He knows the battle axe and his sense of humor. Anyways, it doesn't matter that I can't remember what this video is about. It doesn't matter. It goes to where it's supposed to go. My videos go to where it's supposed to go as far as talking. If someone watches my video at a certain time, they're supposed to watch it even if it makes no sense to them. They'll get something out of my video at that time. That'll help them. They will. I have full confidence in God's timing, precision. No joke. But I don't know. But yeah, I really want to do a video about I'm going to do a video about who wanders more, the wandering thing, like roaming around the earth. Who wanders more, me or Jesus? Did Jesus wander more than me back in the day, or do I wander more than he does now? I don't know. We're both wanderers, me and Jesus. No, for there's no place for the Son of Man to lay his head. I relate to that as well, like you would not believe. No matter where I've gone on this planet, and where, it doesn't matter. Any point in my life, no matter where I've gone, no matter where I've lived, I never feel at home. Never. I find that interesting. So that I read that scripture today. There's no place the Son of Man can lay his head. There's no place he can lay and feel like home, basically. I'm that way as well. It's like we're the same DNA, me and Jesus, for the same design in that respect. You know, no matter where we go, no matter how hard we try to make it our home, we can't. We can't make anything feel like home. Nothing, no matter how hard we try. God knows that about me. Because he knows I've been trying to, settle, settle somewhere and feel like I'm at home. And I'm putting in real effort to settle, feel like I'm at home. Doesn't matter. I still feel like I'm not at home. I don't think I'm supposed to feel at home on this earth. I don't think so. God's like really making it obvious to me. You are not from this earth. It's super obvious. No matter what I do, it's like screaming in my face. You're still not from this earth. Get it? You're not from here. And I'm not. That's why I can't fit in. I'm in the world, but not of the world, no matter what I do, it seems like. But navigating around this world is a skill I've learned. Navigating around, because you're not invisible. I'm not invisible. Everybody can see me, no matter at what point in time. Everyone can see me, and that's what I realized. I'm like, everyone can see me. I might as well just face people, over and over and over. Everyone can see me. I'm not invisible. I can't hide. That's another thing I've been trying to get in my head. I'm not invisible. Just face everything head on, always, 24/7. Just keep facing things. That's part of God's sharpening of me, facing people constantly. It is. That's part of his sharpening of me. That's part of my training right now. Being around people constantly, being used to people, instead of just avoiding people like I used to. I'm like, yeah, too much energy suckers. Instead of doing that, I'm like being brave all the time. No joke. I'm like, they're not going to stop. I'm not either. I'm going to keep roaming around. They ain't going to make me curl up and hide. No way. No way. Nope. Came too far for that shit. They ain't gonna make me submit. Fuck that. They ain't gonna make me submit. But anyways, that's all I'll say for this video.